I have nothing but respect, profound respect for the greatness of LeBron James. But I have told you before, he never was, he never has been, nor will he ever be greater than Michael Jordan.
You see all these guys on TV every day. There's an older generation on TV every day with those slots.
Yeah.
They're never going to give LeBron that credit.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's Michael and it's about the rings. Well, if it's about the rings, then it should be Bill Russell.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Around the Association. Now, recently, Klutch Sports founder Rich Paul was on a podcast with Kai Cenat, and they actually got into the discussion for the GOAT. And we know two names that always come up is Rich Paul's homie LeBron James and his airness Michael Jordan. Now, I'm going to play a clip of what Rich Paul's take was, and then I'm going to come back and we'll discuss it.
The greatest of all time? I think Michael transcended the sport. LeBron brought a consistency to the sport that maintained its relevancy.
Now, Rich Paul, really, from my estimation, didn't really say who's better. He said MJ obviously transcended the sport, but, LeBron added the longevity piece and gave it the consistency, I guess is what he's trying to say in regards to how long he's been good, which nobody can argue. He's been the best player the longest. I think that's safe to say. But those debates get sketchy because you start talking about, but who was the best at their peak? And that's where Rich Paul actually turns his attention next to Stephen A. Smith and Charles Barkley. Now, first, just a reminder, here's what Stephen A. and Charles Barkley feel as far as the GOAT debate.
LeBron James is on the Mount Rushmore of basketball. One of the greatest players to have ever played the game. No doubt about it. He has exceeded expectation, and I have nothing but respect, profound respect for the greatness of LeBron James. But I have told you before, he never was, he never has been, nor will he ever be greater than Michael Jordan. It will not happen. It's not even a debate for me. Listen, the only reason I discuss it is because people occasionally ask, and I always get annoyed at the question because I'm appalled that anybody would think I'm going to change my mind based on what I saw. There's nothing to discuss here. 10-time scoring champion, 9-time All-NBA defensive team, undefeated in 6 NBA Finals appearances, all MVPs of all 6 NBA Finals. LeBron has 6 losses.
Ooh. Well, that's how Stephen A. feels. He said, Michael Jordan has 6 NBA championships. He's perfect 6-0 when getting to the finals. LeBron has 6 losses. And that's been his stance the entire time. And just from what he's seen, just at their peaks, that LeBron isn't as good as Michael Jordan, and he would never change his mind. As you said, he gets annoyed at the question. Now, here's, what Isaiah Thomas has to say, and then the Inside the NBA crew on TNT, Shaq, Ernie, Kenny, and Charles, their response to Isaiah.
Then there's a debate, in terms of Jordan and LeBron. And on any given night, who do you like? For me, I look at, the total body of work, what LeBron James is as a basketball player. And if I had to pick one over the other, right now I'm picking LeBron James over a Michael Jordan.
I respect Isaiah, but I have to disagree.
No, I'm going to keep it 100. He hating on Mike because him and Mike didn't get along, period. He's hating on Mike, man.
As much as I like LeBron, and he's one of the greatest I've seen, why do they just brush him past Kobe Bryant? In my top 5, Kobe's number 6, LeBron is number 7.
Now, Kenny goes as far as say Isaiah is hating on Michael Jordan. saying he don't even really feel that way. This has to do with the bad blood. And, you know, Shaq disagrees that LeBron's better than Jordan. And Charles Barkley says he's not even as good as Kobe. And he has Kobe number 6 on his list, LeBron number 7. Now, Rich Paul actually sounded off on Stephen A. and the Inside the NBA crew, kind of keeping Michael Jordan ahead of LeBron. And I can tell, you know, he's kind of gotten frustrated with it. Take a look here at what Rich Paul had to say.
You see all these guys on TV every day, and it's like, oh, it's Michael and it's about the rings. Well, if it's about the rings, then it should be Bill Russell. Because he got 11, right? There's an older generation on TV every day with those slots.
Yeah.
They're never going to give LeBron that credit.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And I think LeBron was the first athlete to be, he was the first social media athlete of his time.
True.
Right? Mm-hmm. Where there was a 24/7, 365 news cycle on sports.
True.
Especially on the game of basketball. Michael grew the game. After 92, after he's in Barcelona, the game grew, right? So from that point, Michael transcended. Kobe came at a time right in the middle. For LeBron to come on the back, both Michael and Kobe, and then maintain his consistency going to... LeBron's been to the finals half his career.
Damn.
Right? So that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of who has the microphone, right? I'm not going to be our guys in the barbershop or guys that's on TV every day, because this is who they think is the GOAT person.
So yeah, I mean, Rich Paul gave his breakdown. You know, he acknowledges Michael Jordan transcended the game. He brought a marketability to it. He went over to Barcelona in '92, made it really a global game. And he said, Kobe, because you don't want to leave Kobe out, and that's the point Charles Barkley made. It's like these GOAT debates without Kobe. I mean, why is that? Why would that make any sense? I mean, he has 5 rings, and Magic Johnson was on record saying that he feels like Kobe is the greatest Laker ever. So, he has to be in the debate. But, Rich Paul pointed out, LeBron's the first social media athlete in that constant news cycle, dealing with all the scrutiny online. So I'd be interested, man. What do you guys think? You think LeBron, Kobe, or Mike? Rich Paul gave his synopsis. He just feels like, as long as you have a Stephen A. Smith and, basically the old guard on Inside the NBA on TNT, and really on any NBA network, it's usually an older crowd. You have Shannon Sharp and Isaiah Thomas as the only 2 that I know openly says, hey, the greatest of all time is, LeBron James. They're the only 2. Now, Skip Bayless cannot be left off of this.